Hello,
Okay.
everyone. This is
Hi, hi.
Magda, mindful dating coach and social psychologist. And today I'm having my amazing guest, Samantha, who is my client. She did one of my courses and she joined my boot camp in London. Hello, Samantha. How are you
Hello.
doing?
Hi, hi. And hello, everyone. I'm here just to help get an idea what boot camp is like. Because I wasn't really sure when I first joined, and I just thought this interview might help.
Oh, thank you so much, Samantha. I'm sure that all ladies will enjoy, this interview and they would love to get more information from somebody who already done it. So,
Yeah.
Samantha, tell me, why did you decide to join my mindful dating bootcamp in London?
So just so that everyone has an idea, I'm doing a course in psychotherapy anyway. So even though I was doing some work on myself, the reason I joined the boot camp is because I've done a few courses before. I've recognized that some of the people who do the courses are actually really nice people. And I just thought this would be a really nice, and I'm going to say like a girly weekend, just a fun weekend to get to know everyone. I also think that dating, it's quite scary. And when you're doing it with other people, it's fun. You don't always get it right, but it is fun. And I had a blast when I went to London.
Yeah,
So
we
just for
had
the
lots of
fun.
fun, lots of fun. You know what? Because I also see lots of women doing lots of courses as you did,
Yeah.
which is good. It's important to get self-awareness, to gain confidence, to understand your patterns. Um, it's important to get prepared for
Yeah.
dating before we take actions and implement things. But I also have noticed that sometimes women spend lots of time on doing inner work but not putting things into action, yes, into
Yeah.
practice, yes. Do you think, like, have you noticed this as well, that some women spend lots of time, just learning, but actually dating is still scary for them because
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
practice.
So in as part of the boot camp, you can work, you can get to know one another, and you can get to do some of the exercises together. And so in my job as both a nurse and as a psychotherapist, a training psychotherapist, um, I use eye contact. I do engage with people. However, when you're doing it in a dating way, you become aware of because you're doing it, and when you're doing it with someone else, they give you feedback on how you're doing. So I was told, for example, that I was quite bold in how I went up to men, um, and with my eye contact, and it was just something that I wasn't really sure about because really before this workshop, I've been doing it on my own and I've not had any feedback. And
Mm-hmm.
it does help when you do have that feedback and when you're doing it with others. The other thing is, I think sometimes there's a risk of overthinking things. So you just
Mm-hmm.
you try to analyze the situation too much in your head. And I learn, and I think other people on the course as well learn to just play with it, to be more fun around it and not to overthink it too much. And the other
Mm-hmm.
thing is that it's only 2 days. I mean, it might sound a lot, but really it's not. If you've come in with you know, I did it. It was like it was part of like a sisterhood, getting to know the other women on the course. And when you get to know each person, you actually feel safe doing it with them. But for some people, it might take time getting to know you. And 2 days really wasn't that. I think for some people, if we had longer than 2 days, some people might have really come out of their shell.
Yes,
Um,
that's why I also will be organizing more boot camps in the future, so people have a more opportunities to practice their skills. But I agree with you. For some people it might feel, oh my gosh, it's weekend. What are we going to do during the weekend? But actually, we had quite intense weekend. Yes, in London, we started with the workshop, a bit of theory about how to approach men. I give you some examples, what to say, how to start a conversation with a stranger. And I know that lots of women also have a fear of rejection. Yeah, have you noticed this,
yeah,
Samantha? That lots
yeah,
of women have this fear that somebody will laugh at them or judge them. It's very, very common. Lots of women
Yeah.
have this fear.
And I've dealt with a lot of rejection, and I I did some work on myself anyway. I've got a personal therapist as part of my course. And I did do some work on myself before coming to the workshop, because it helped me to just be that bit more stronger. And with the exercises that we were doing, so it was talking to men, giving eye contact, making compliments. I did get a lot of rejection as well, even in the exercises, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that I was a stronger place. I was able to get over it, and because I was with supportive, like, people who were supporting me, it helped you to get over it. Whereas I think that when we do it on our own, we deal with rejection on our own, and so we're left to analyze the reason behind that rejection. And sometimes it just helps when there's someone else there to spot things that you can't spot. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm. So, yeah, I agree. Sometimes we are not objective about ourselves. We can't see our blind spots. Yes, when we are in a group, of course, some people are more confident, some people are a bit more shy. But I've noticed that we all can learn a lot from each other. Yes, because everyone has got a different dating style, different way of approaching men, different energy. Yes, so when women get together, and they see each other's dating style, it's very beneficial for them because they can learn a lot from each other in a very non-judgmental environment. Yes,
yeah,
because
yeah.
everyone is on the same boat. Yes, did you feel like supported by other women? Did you feel inspired during this boot camp?
Yeah, and also, you're listening to different stories, you're getting to know one another, and you're listening to their stories, about what they've dealt with in the past. And it's quite healing. I mean, I can only speak for myself. I hope it helped the others as well who did the course with me, but I'd like to think it helped them too. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
wanted
also
to
we
add, I've
have like a
forgotten.
WhatsApp group, yes, so where
Yeah,
women actually are sharing their experiences after the boot camp as well. And I've noticed that lots of ladies are on fire after the boot camp. Yes, they are
yeah,
sharing their experiences of going out, practicing what they learned during the boot camp at some different social settings. Yes, so they bring this energy and knowledge to different situations. Yes.
yeah.
So I feel like that's something which is really helpful for them.
And also, I think there were some people who were on the workshop who had done some of the boot camp, who had done the boot camp before in Lisbon. And so I felt that they were, able to help others. And I think that in the boot camp that we've done now in London, I would like to think that if we went to another boot camp, let's say in Lisbon or anywhere else next year, um, we know what we need. We know how to support one another better. And if anyone new comes along, I'd like to think we know how to support them as well, because we've
Mm,
all been there. We don't really know what to expect before we come to the boot camp, so we understand what that new person, will be going through as well. And really, it's
mm,
nothing. It's just a fun girly weekend. It's a fun girly weekend, learning, and exploring, experimenting, getting it wrong and getting it wrong again, and learning, and even learning off each other's styles. I think, um, I don't know. I think that I was quite bold when I went up to men. I didn't mind because it's part of my job. I'd like to think other people saw that as an example and just, you know, just copied it a bit.
hmm Yeah, I'm sure that lots of people could learn a lot from you because you have lots of courage, you're very passionate, you have lots of sensual energy, and I think it's infectious, I think other people could sense this energy, yes. So ladies who were a bit shy, they had you as an example, yes. Okay, I shouldn't overthink. I should just do it, and approach this guy. of course, everyone has got something to improve on. So maybe next time you can work on a few things, when you approach guys, but definitely you have this courage to approach any man and start a conversation. And lots of women didn't have it. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think, mhm,
It happened. I saw it quite a few times when I thought I saw the person overthink things. Um, and really, I don't know, we can't know everything about what the other person is thinking. And
mhm.
I think it is, I think one of the things that I learned was rejection means, is it redirection?
Yeah,
Yeah.
rejection is a redirection. Mm-hmm.
So to not be afraid of rejection, when you do the
Mm-hmm.
exercises, um, just if you get rejected or if the person doesn't look like they want to talk to you, it's fine, move on. And when you do it a lot of times, when you do it, when you're constantly going up to people, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It it doesn't feel so scary. I couldn't work out if for some people it was a fear or a lack of self-belief. Um,
Maybe
but
both,
again,
actually. Yeah, it can be
yeah,
both, but it all comes with practice. That's what I said before. We can think a lot about things and we can have a knowledge, but the real confidence comes with experience and talking to men and starting conversations and being out of the comfort zone. So what would you say to women who are like on the fence and like thinking about joining maybe one of my boot camps in the future, maybe in London, maybe in Lisbon, maybe in any the other cities as well? Yes, because I'm still researching and thinking about other possible places. What would you say to someone who wants to grow their confidence in dating?
I would say, definitely come because you would enjoy it, even if you're not going to meet a guy. Don't, it's fun and it's just learning. It's a good time to experiment and practice. The second thing that I would offer is so for example, usually when I come my day to day, I'm in jeans and I'm in tracksuits. Whereas for this weekend, I really went all in.
Oh
I,
yes,
I
you're
did.
a queen. You
I,
are our styling queen.
I did, but there were colors that I was aware, like tops, and I just embraced it, and I think maybe for the other person, they might see that top, and they think I would love to wear this one day, embrace it. Use the weekend to make the most of yourself. Also, it was a great place to, as a sit to heal. I mentioned that I did psychotherapy, um, trying to train to be one anyway, outside of this, and I don't have that practice. I don't. I've done some work on myself, and I didn't have that practice. So in this time, it was just a supportive way of um, just exposing myself, and I trusted the other people, the other women that I was with, to tell me where I was going wrong or where I was going right. And it was really nice. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it was only 2 days, but it was a lot of fun. The other thing that I would say is just beware of where the city is. Make sure you don't wear high heels because you could be walking a lot. So uh,
Or take an extra pairs of shoes, in
yeah,
your bag.
yeah. Um, I think it was the one time I wore a lot of lipstick. You know, I think it was the one time I constantly had that lipstick in my bag. Um, expect to have fun. Um, and you'll be taking a lot of wacky photos. One of the and there'll be many times when you'll just be laughing with, I don't know what it is. You'll just have a laughing moment with someone you're with. Just go in, give it a go.
Exactly. I love what you said, Samantha. We had so much fun together.
Yeah,
Really good energy. We explored, lots of different venues. Even we were on a boat party. We went to Shards. Yes, so many different venues. So that's also important. That's what I'm planning for my future boot camps, to explore lots of different locations, different venues. So we have a choice. Yes,
yeah,
so that's something which I really want to focus on. And also, it's not about, because some women might say, oh, maybe I come across like desperate or needy when I approach guys. Yeah, that's what I hear sometimes, or they will think that I'm too desperate, when I start talking to them. But we did it in a really, like, I think, subtle way, I think, I think it was something which actually flattered men. What do you think? What was your like feeling?
I think it's I think it was really good um to be natural. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
really good to be genuine, natural, and honest with how you are. Because if there were some things that you wanted improving on, I think it was you're in the right environment, and the feedback that I received from the other women, it was lovely and and very constructive.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to work on myself in other areas which I wouldn't have been aware of. Um, and I just think it's a safe place to experiment and just see, just I think I can't speak, I can't be very exact what my answer because I think everyone's got a different way of relating with others and a different way of being. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's a safe place to practice and experiment and it's okay. I just feel like saying it's okay. Um, and the other thing is, you get the idea that each person who came to this boot camp, they wanted to improve their life. They wanted to add change
Mm-hmm.
or benefit in some way. And if that's how you're feeling, um, it's
Mm-hmm.
do it. Do it. I mean, we did the exercises on day one. So we talked about a bit of theory, but I think where you really learn is the practice with other women. Um, and it's not as simple as, go up to a guy and give him eye contact or give a compliment. And you're left thinking, hang on, how do I compliment this guy? You, I think when you read it, if you read it in a book, you think, yeah, I know, tick, I know how to do that. And I think I've seen it in myself and others where you're with the guy and your mouth goes blank. You think, oh my God, I don't know what to say. And I don't know, you just become that bit more confident when you do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it comes with experience, with practice. Definitely, definitely. It might feel a bit challenging at the moment, but after a while, it just becomes natural because,
Yeah.
you practice and you become better at this. Samantha, would you join us next year in
Yeah.
Lisbon?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm thinking about organizing another boot camp. Yes, I know that you love this Latin vibe, so
Yeah, I
I
mean,
guess
it's
that would be.
because
Mhm,
yeah, I mean, last time I couldn't come, I think that the
mhm,
other advice I'd give is to try and save up money, to
mhm,
just enjoy your time. But that's what I'm
mhm,
planning to do. I'm trying to save up for Lisbon, but also it's every other thing. You need to
mhm.
pay for flights and everything. So I'm definitely coming.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Samantha, for sharing your beautiful energy.
Thank
And
you.
thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you during my boot camps. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for watching us. Bye bye.
Bye bye.